I know, but I can't see you though. Bam.
Okay. Can you see me?
Yep, I can see you now.
Hey.
What's going on? You looking all nice and crowned up. What's going on, goddess?
Yeah, I got my pajamas on.
Do you? I should put
Crown
my.
top on my
Why you didn't tell me? I could have put my pajamas on too. That's all right. Hey, everybody. Thank you, Andrea.
Hey.
What's going on? I'm so excited, you guys, because as y'all can see, I've been acting up today. Uh, because the fire is, as they say in the church, fire all up through my bones. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've been feeling since this whole full moon and eclipse energy and stuff that kind of took place on the 31st. And I don't know, how y'all feeling, you know what I'm saying? How, whether or not y'all been feeling the emotions or the heat from it. But it's so much energy that's coming through, you guys. And I think it's very important that we talk about it so that you guys can know what to do with it, So I make these posts because it's so much that be coming through me, the downloads. And of course, see, me and Kamisha be talking just about every day. Either we texting or we get a chance to talk. And so we have these powerful fire conversations every day, you know what I'm saying? But, we're doing this tour, and in doing this tour, it's just really important that you guys understand, like, why we even doing this, you know what I'm saying? Because we're feeling the energy, we're being accountable to the shit we've been saying, you know what I'm saying? The multiple posts that we make, we've been accountable. So it's time for us to really walk in that. And that's the same for y'all, which is what this whole full moon in Leo is about, right? Full moon, the Leo. Kamisha, you still there? Like you frozen?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. I ain't see you. I saw you wasn't moving. I just want to make sure I ain't lose you.
No,
But
I'm here.
one thing I want y'all to understand about this energy, this Leo energy, right? The reason why it was so strong is because it's a continuation from the Great American Eclipse that we had August 20th of last year. So whatever was going on with you, whatever you was processing, thinking about, the plans and the things that you decided that you was going to do, what's showing up in your life right now is the evidence of whether or not you've been really fucking doing the work. So you ain't fooling nobody. You're not fooling yourself, and you sure not fooling nobody that's around you, because your vibration is starting to really screen this on so many different levels versus when it comes down to your accountability to yourself, whether or not you still looking for that savior, and whether or not you still processing a lot of this shit from your childhood, because it's about your heart. Leo rules the heart. You know what I'm saying? The heart chakra. So if you feeling like, you know what I'm saying, abandonment and all these things, what's going on, y'all? Hey, keep the, if you feeling abandonment, or you feeling all this pain and that kind of stuff, that means you're not doing the work, because you still looking for this savior complex that you got in your mind, which is not real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's what you tell yourself. So whatever you've been telling yourself, and whether or not you've been doing the action or not, has been showing up in your life. So you got to understand that these things are a continuation, and it's not over, right? Because we're getting ready to go through another eclipse, a solar eclipse, on the 15th, and that's the completion of all of this. So that's why it's really important for you to know your chart. If you don't know your chart, that ain't no excuse. There is zero. Let me say this loud. There is zero motherfucking excuses, okay? I don't care what happened to you. We've all went through something, and we're all still going through something. But that don't mean that you don't get to be accountable for your life. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you get to just miss out and not show up for yourself. If your finances is low, it's because you haven't been holding yourself accountable to what you've been receiving. In order for you to get more, you got to really stay focused on what it is that you said that you've been wanting. So understand the universe is going to always test you. It's going to test you in your life. It's going to test you in all the things that you've been saying, because if you're not doing it, you are a fucking liar, okay? That's what I told, like I told Kamisha earlier. Liar, that means you are lying around. You are lying, okay? Which is also, we talking about Leo, right? Leo is a lion, okay? Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Which is also about what are you lying about, and where is your truth? Where is your passion? You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to the next movement or leveling up, are you stuck? And if you are stuck, what's keeping you stuck? What are you telling yourself on a daily basis when you wake up? Are you telling yourself that it's somebody else's fault? because you don't have what you need? Are you telling yourself that when you was a child, this, your daddy wasn't there, so that's the reason why you can't have great men in your life? That is a lie. What's really going on with you is the fact that you are waiting on your savior to come along and change these things for you, but you are that. You know what I'm saying? The Leo aspect is also about courage. So all of these things have been coming up. Do you have courage about what it is that you say that you want? Or are you just sitting? Again, are you lying? Are you being a liar? You know what I'm saying? Because we're now in a vibration when it comes down to this Aquarius energy too. It's about the we, right? But in order for it to be about the we, the I am has to be straight first, right? Because how can you give? How can you help somebody else if you're not doing the shit that you're talking about? It's never going to work. And what you're going to do, you're going to be frustrated in your relationships. You're going to say, I'm doing all of this and I'm doing all of that. But if you ain't doing it for yourself, that's the reason why it's not working. So if you go back to last year and you was processing these relationships that you have and how stable they were in your mind or what they was really giving you when it comes down to the give and take of these things, you were able to really see the truth, because that eclipse, right, whenever it comes down to a situation to where we're dealing with eclipse, it's all about this shadow period, right? Or it's about this blocking out of energy, which is about your shadows. Our shadows is also those hidden things that we're not being truthful about. Okay, so anytime an eclipse shows up, it's going to pull out all your skeletons in your closet. That's why you crying. That's why you in this space, because you're forced to deal with it. So these eclipses are very great for you, because what they're doing is they're making you really see what it is that you say you want. Okay, in all ways. So what we got to do is stop looking outside of ourselves at this point. Okay, you got to start really hearing yourself, and when you hear what it is that you know intuitively that you need to be doing, don't wait, because when you say I'll do it later, that later never shows up. And then when it doesn't show up, guess what happens? You start to feel like you are depleted in energy. And that's when you really get into this Captain Save a Whole mentality, where you waiting for somebody to come and rescue your life. That shit is not, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all gods in our own right. We're all leaders. So stop feeling like somebody else could tell you what's best for you. That's another issue that you got. That's still not taking self-accountability for you. You know what I'm saying? These contracts that we made before we even landed into this reality, we're now required to uphold those things. So that's what's going on with you. That's why you are feeling crazy. You're feeling crazy because you're not doing what it is that you need to do. And so you got me. My last name is Dowell, okay, which is my married name, but it's still, that's the position I'm in now. You got Kamisha, her last name is McDowell. You know what I'm saying? So this is about, we're having a conversation about your D. The first two letters of our last name is D-O, which is about what are you doing, okay? Because I'm here to show you. Like, that's why I'm post things, and not just the great things that I'm doing, even the shit that I'm going through too, because I want y'all to see that it takes you first having a clear thought on what you want. You know what I'm saying? But after that clear thought, it also takes you speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? Once you speak the truth, it then means that you're going to walk in that. So if any of those steps are missing, baby, that's the issue. It don't matter what happened or caused you to not do that yesterday. Every day you have to make this choice. Every day. You don't get a day off when it comes down to making sure your life is the best. So understand that all of this, and and another point too, that I don't know if you guys know when it comes down to what we're dealing with this full moon in Leo, the eclipse energy, and what's going to get ready to happen with the solar energy, is this also a reflection of 19 years ago. So not just last year, okay, August, where were you 19 years ago? Because these are the thoughts that you
Where
need.
was I 19
Yeah,
years ago?
I want you to think about that, because I want you to answer that too.
I
Where
am.
were you 19 years ago? What were you dealing with emotionally 19 years ago? What stories, okay, from 19 years ago that you still telling 19 years later, and it ain't benefited your life? What are you, because you're not conscious of this, but they're in there. So when you start asking yourself these questions, you can start to see where your blocks are in whatever it is that you feel like you can't move to the next level, because it's not really that you can't move. That's not what it is. It's that you're scared. You're scared that you're going to fail. Again, that's why Leo comes up again, because it's courage, right? So seeking failure is going to ensure that you're going to be successful. You know why? Because to be successful means that you got to do some shit. It don't mean that you keep pondering, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it. Oh, man, I'm going to fail. So because you feel like you're going to fail, you don't do nothing and realize you've already failed if you don't make a move. That's why I made the post. Y'all want to have heaven right now, but y'all not willing to die on, in earth. How you going to have heaven on earth if you don't not willing to die on earth? How? And to die means to not to be scared, because that's really what you're afraid of. When people see failure, they process failure as death. That's what we look at it as. A death of our time, death of our spirit, death of our energy, whatever that is. It's a death that's taking place in you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to seek it out, because there are parts of you that need to die. There are things and stories that you're telling yourself from 19 years ago that fucking needs to die. And the only way it's going to die is if you get out of your way of being scared and go ahead and try the shit. Because once you try it, whatever it is that you're afraid of is going to show up immediately. Immediately. It don't wait. Why? Because that has to be moved out of the way so that you can level up. You're going to stay where you are if you do not try. Okay? That is failure. Because everything grows, right? We was in a baby body when we were born. We're in a big body now. You know what I'm saying? And as we get older, our body is showing you that life is about leveling up. You understand what I'm saying? So if you stuck, it's because you are afraid to level up. And on the return of that, now you're expecting your family, your friends, your man, your mama, your dad. You're expecting all these people to do shit for you that you can't do for yourself. Come on now, how's that going to happen? If we're all vibration and we're all magnets to the things that we really want in life, that means if it's not showing up, that means you're not putting it out. So you can expect somebody to give you something that you don't have. I have money showing up just randomly in my account. You know why? Because I'm randomly putting money in my account. I'm putting energy in my account. I didn't have that 2 years ago. You know why? Because 2 years ago, I was expecting people to do shit for me. I was expecting people to save me. I don't expect that now. I don't need nothing from none of y'all asses. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know that you're going to give me what I give myself. That's what Leo is speaking to you. Where is your courage? Is your fear killing you? Are you a cowardly lion? Some of y'all need to go back and look at Wizard of Oz. And right now, it would be so prominent in your mind, because you can see what that character was really about. You know what I'm saying? Fear. Even though he was like, most of y'all have that same attitude. Y'all, every day, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And you ain't doing shit, because when it show up, you running from yourself. So where's the power? Where's the fire? Because that's what you got. And even though, like, the moon sign changes every 2.5 days, right? So right now we're not in Leo anymore. We're in Virgo. But understand this is a lingering of energy, right? And Virgo is about the work. So how amazing is that the eclipse energy came in and says, feel your heart. Where is your heart? Because that's where your blocks are. That's what you're dealing with. What stories are you telling yourself in your mind from your heart? Where are you bruised? Where are you affected really deeply? And how is that causing you to think things and say stuff and not move? You understand what I'm saying? But after that, which Virgo shows up and say, okay, now that you know, now that you've seen, you've had the emotional upsets, your exes have showed up, whatever the situation happened, those things showed up for you to have an emotional, release. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us was crying. Some of us was eating like crazy, sleeping like crazy, all of those things so that you can really download. But now it's about doing the work. That's what all of this shit is about. So you don't have no time to wait. What are you waiting for anyway? It's not going to work. So whatever stories you telling yourself is very important that right now you tap into that and you let that shit go, because you got 2 weeks. You got into the 15th, because if you don't let it go, when it comes down to the 15th, you're going to go through something else major, because again, this is about the Aquarius energy, which we're dealing with Uranus as well, which is saying, how can you expand your mind and get out of your way, get out of the box? Uranus is outside of the box. So how can you unlock your box? This is your box, your head. So how can you get out of your box into what it is that you say that you want and start doing that shit with courage, no fear? Why you don't need to have no fear? Because you're a God. That's what the I am comes in again. You can do whatever you want. You can you can move however you want, but it's going to take courage to do that. In order to have courage, you got to get out of your own way, baby. Y'all got to stop doing this to yourself, because emotionally you're having a very hard time. And the reason why you having that hard time is because that bullshit story you telling yourself, and then you lying to everybody. And when I mean everybody, I'm talking about you. You lying to you. So don't take that lying, Lion, this Leo energy of lying, and just sit on your ass. Because what it's going to do is cause emotional situations over and over and over again, causing you to tell the same story, because ain't nobody coming to save you. Okay? Kamisha, you got something to say?
Well, you said a mouthful. I'm like, okay.
I know. Let me.
You know what? What I will say, I'm going to piggyback on that and just let everybody see why I chose to partner with you. Y'all see that? Do y'all are a witness to that, right? So I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit, like the self-realization of a goddess event. First of all, I was scared. I'm calming down a lot now, and Gigi has helped me a lot with it. But the reason that was one of the main reasons why I chose her, because I know a lot of y'all don't know this, but Gigi, she did an event here in Philly, and also in New York, and she drove what, 13 hours or some shit?
Sure did. Yes, ma'am.
She drove 13 fucking hours, and I was looking at her like, are you crazy?
Yep.
But to me, for her to drive from Atlanta all the way to Philly and New York, that's tenacity right there. That's courage. That's I'm gonna do what the fuck I said I'm gonna do. And you have to respect that. You have to respect somebody that moves like that. And so that gave me courage. I also know that Gigi quit her job a while ago.
Sure did.
And that's something that I'm going to do. I'm going to be doing that. And that was something that really, she inspires me a lot. So I just wanted to kind of reiterate to you guys, and this is not really to even hype her up, because Aries, they don't need that, right?
Come on now.
But this is just to say that why I chose to partner with her, because we have the same type of energy, but she was already and is already doing what I wanted to do, which is I wanted to travel and teach. She's already doing that. She's already quit her job. She's already got in a car and drove 13 hours. Like, she's already doing the work. So for me to choose somebody to partner with to kick off something called self-realization of a goddess, why would I not choose? Why would I not choose her? We have this damn near the same last name. We're both Aries. We both have a past relationship with Libra men.
Yes, ma'am. Come on now. Tell
a whole nother can of worms. But so yeah, that's what I wanted to add on. You said everything, that really needed to be said about having courage and stuff. But I just wanted to kind of let everybody know why I chose to partner with you in this. And that took for me having to humble myself as well. Because of course I'm an Aries, so that's a little bit difficult for me sometimes. But I had to humble myself to her, because even though it's really my event, Black Fire Nation event, but because she's already done this, I'm really following after her. She's teaching me. So I had to choose somebody that could teach me and guide me through it. So I just want to add that on.
Yeah, and I want people to understand too that when it comes down to this event, man, like that's what this event is about. Like us giving this in a weekend. That's the reason why the weekend, like, don't get me wrong, we ain't turning down nothing. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to you guys getting Saturday passes, I think it's great if you can show up on Saturday. But listen to me, y'all. If you can come and spend the weekend, you need to do the weekend, because this is what you're going to get. You're going to get all of us, you know what I'm saying, for this weekend. Every process that we've gone through to get to this step of saying, you know what, I'm finna just start walking completely in what it is that I know. Completely, with no fear, with courage. You feel what I'm saying? Most of us have amazing ideas, and we can get, come to this next level very fast. But the issue is sometimes support and not seeing people actually do it. So you get a chance to see that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what self-realization of goddess is really about. It's about you having courage to do whatever it is that you say you've been wanting to do, and be in a space with two women who have been through that. Okay, and it's still going through that. Like, until I die, I'm going to be pushing myself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever my next step is, whatever I'm uncomfortable about, whatever is making me fearful, I'm gonna always choose that. I have one of my clients she's been a client of mine many years. Sabrina, I'm pretty sure you probably watching this or will be watching this. But she always called me and said, "Girl, you jumping again. There you go, you jumping off the cliff again." You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want to me, that's living. To me, living is not being in fear. It's not worrying every single day or in tears about the shit you don't have. Living is saying, man, I know I have this in me to do. Or saying, I know I can make this happen. And then going after that. And then when it manifests, that's the greatness of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, oh my God, I did it. That's what it takes. So this event is about that. It's really talking to y'all about what it takes. And number one, it takes courage. And it also takes power for you to choose to come. It really takes that. It took courage and power for me and Kamisha to work together to do this. It's taking a lot of power and courage for us to say we're doing 7 cities together when we've never really done nothing major like this together. But I trust me. It's not about Kamisha. It's about Gigi. And the fact that I trust me, I know she gonna show up. You know why? Because I'm fucking showing up for me. So I don't have to even worry in my mind that she's not gonna do her part. That's what true partnership is. It's not looking at your partner saying, well, what are you doing? Why are you not? That's not what it is. It's about you doing the work. And everybody around you is going to show up and do the work once you do. That's it. That's
you know what? Let me add on that real quick. G, I just wanted to say, you and I talked about this on the phone. Some people say that, two powerful women can't really work together. And, especially, two Aries, they both in their I am. But how about that's the power that they both in their I am? That they both both minding their fucking business, but they doing it together.
Thank you.
And that comes with the whole being a goddess and being self-accountable. So whereas though if I do fuck up somewhere down the line, she already know that she could come to me and be like, now you know.
Yes.
Now you know.
Yes.
And vice versa. Whereas though if you got two women or whatever amount of women coming together and they're not on that being accountable for themselves shit, it's not going to work. Everybody has to be minding their business, but at the same time able to partner. So I just wanted to add that one here.
Yeah, and like I said, that's really what it's about, man. Like, we got to stop looking outside of ourselves, expecting people to really be things that we are not. You just cannot, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of our blocks is that you are really expecting your universe to do things for you that you're not doing for it. We have to show up. Showing up means that you believe. Yes, it means that you believe. So if you believe, if you trust yourself, really, if you trust yourself, then you wouldn't have no blocks of fears. So I'm just just being honest with you that the reason why some of y'all not moving is because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust what it is that you're really saying. And because you don't trust that, it's showing, it's manifesting in your life in multiple ways. You don't trust yourself. Your money is falling. Your love is falling. Your health is falling because you don't simply trust your own process. It's really what it is. So now it's about if you feel like you don't know where to start, it's time for you to really go back. And that's the reason why I want to talk about just what we've been dealing with, because it's been coming up anyway, but sometimes y'all need confirmation, right? You want to know, like, man, well, why is this particular thing showing up? Because that's where your issues are. If you are feeling triggered by anything right now, that's where your block is, period. Because you wouldn't be triggered. Come on. Because otherwise, you'll be taking it in and be like, that's right. I'm working on that. But if it's a trigger, trust me, start right there. And then another thing, if you go back 19 years or even just go back to your childhood and start to process some of the things that you experienced, some of the stuff that your mom said, some of the stuff that your dad said, whatever. Uh-oh. You say something, Kamisha?
No, go ahead. You had froze for a minute, but go ahead. I can hear you now.
Yeah, it's just, if you go back to some of that childhood stuff and start to really be honest with yourself about some of the stories you still saying, you know what I'm saying? You will start to see that's where the blocks are. So you don't really have to wonder or question how to move. The move is understanding what is standing in your way, AKA, I know, right, Barbara? She said we started to get raw, the video started messing up. That always happens.
Oh, that fire.
Yes. That fire burned his phone up. But if you just go there, y'all, if you just spend some time there, go back a little bit, you know, and really process this childhood stuff, you'll start to see some of your heart conditions. Okay, Leo talking again, your heart conditions. And if you can heal your heart conditions, you can get out of the way. You can say, that happened to me to teach me something. There is nothing that has not happened to you that did not come along to make you stronger. Okay, that's the way God works. God don't work to tear you down, baby, because the thing is, you've already won. You won when you was birthed into this reality. Okay, you beat, again, I know y'all done heard me say this a million times, and I'm going to say it a million times more. You beat out 2.9 billion sperm to get into that goddamn egg. So when you birthed into this reality, you've already won. So now it's about living in that. So even whatever happened, however type of mama you had, daddy you had, brother, sister, siblings you had, they were all training you for your work. So use that. I heard, Will Smith been really popping up lately, talking about this Libra energy or whatever, but he's been really popping up, speaking some very powerful things. And he was talking about the difference between fault and responsibility. And he was saying it's not your fault that certain things happen to you, but it is your responsibility to take that energy and now level up in it. Not to just keep saying, oh, this person did that to me. That means you are living in the fault, but not the responsibility. So now it's time for you to take that and own that as power and make the move. Okay? Start doing. From this moment forward, start doing. Okay? If you've said it enough times and you've been thinking it and this keeps showing up in your reality, it's time for you to start doing. And that's what this whole event is about. We're going to show you how to do. Hello, our name is Do Well. Okay, Dowell, but it's really Do Well. We're going to show you how to fucking do well. How to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And not just talk about it.
How about that? So let me add on to that real quick. You know, the word do, I had shared your post. The word do is also the word do, D-U-E. Yes. So what you get, how the universe compensates you back, gives you what is due to you, is based on what you do, D-O. Also based on your I do's. What are you married to? What are you committed to? Everything that you agree with. You know what I'm saying? This is what you believe. It's also going to compensate you on that, but not without showing up. Like she keeps saying, not without showing up. You're going to get what you're due based on what you do. And also the other thing, going back a little bit about, you know, the healing and talking about still holding on to shit that happened to you 19 years ago. When the 12 steps of the self-realization of a goddess, if you guys don't know, it is a 12-step curriculum that I created in 2016. But the very first step, I called it finding your temple. And that step is, a lot of that is surrounding forgiveness and letting things go. Trust me, you cannot get to that self-accountability stage without it. You can't. It's impossible. So if you're still thinking that you're not going to let things go because you think somebody owes you something, it's no way that you can reach that status of what I call a goddess. To me, if you ask me what God is and what it is to be a goddess, is owning every single thing that happens in your life.
Yes.
And being accountable. You're accountable for your heart. Like Will Smith said, yes, other people may have hurt you or it may have appeared that way anyway, because it was really a lesson for you. But you are accountable for fixing it. And that also has to do with changing your whole fucking bloodline. You're the Messiah.
Come on.
A little bit. Let me go into Black Panther a little bit.
Come on now.
I said I did want to talk about this because it's a superhero movie. Now, I'm not into comics, right? But I could watch that and just pick up. Obviously, it's a superhero movie. You're the superhero. Yes. You're the Messiah. You need to be stepping back and looking at your own life and watching that shit like, damn, I did that. Congratulate yourself for all the shit that you triumphed and keep on going. You're the hero. Guess what? You're the fucking villain too. Yes. You're the hero and you're the villain. But the thing about Black Panther is Black has to do with the feminine aspect of self. It's the hidden. It's what's inside. It's the heart. You know what I'm saying? And then Panther is a cat, which is the womb, the pussy. Yes. Now they got this superhero running around, a fucking pussy running around, a fucking black pussy running around. Talking about he's saving people and shit. That's the feminine aspect of yourself, which is what the truth is. You being honest with yourself about shit that you holding on to that you need to let go of. Shit. Like she said already earlier in the video, you're lying to yourself about shit. And that's why you can't get that courage to go past A to B. But I just want to talk about Black Panther a little bit. I'm not even really interested in the movie. I might go see it. But the Black Panther, that tells me right there that that's really the goddess within. And yes, it's a man running around talking about he's saving people, and that's okay because that's the do part. Yes, the come on part, now. The masculine part, is the do part, is the doing part. So while he's running around being a Black Panther, a womb, a pussy, he's dressed. It's a man. It's the masculine part. Go ahead, Gigi.
No. I was shouting over here, baby. Nah, you keep going. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but truth and all of that, because that's really what it's about. So many of us want to do the mental part and we want to talk. Like we got too much talk. We've been talking for years. Okay. And it's now about the action of it. So that's why this is what, an action movie. You're going, like, I love how the universe shows up even in our media to confirm everything that we need to be working on. So this is showing you that it's time for us to save ourselves. If you look at this, whether you look at it from a feminine perspective and the Black Panther, the Black Coochie, the Black mother saving you, or whether or not you look at the actual Black man saving you, it's still showing you. Either way, it's showing you the masculine parts of you and the feminine parts of you, both of them combining together to make sure that your next level is you admitting your truth, which is stop lying. Stop walking around here saying you're going to do shit that you're not doing. The action. Okay, this whole movie is about action, and this whole time period is about action, because we cannot have the things that we say that we want to have if we're not moving in that. I don't care what you say, the universe ain't gonna give you shit that you didn't work for. It's not. So stop expecting it to give you something that you haven't worked for. You want love, you want companionship, be love and companionship to yourself. The savior complex is being destroyed. Okay? Because it's showing you that the power is internal. So even this movie, I know y'all excited about this movie. I'm like Kamisha, I'm not really into comics, but I love movies. I love concepts and how people take things and translate them on screen and how they move them. So I'm excited that we have all these Black figures, you know what I'm saying, to really look at, because to me, Black is not a race. Black is an identity. It's a stone. It's something that we've used to create. It's a creation force. So when you see all these characters, you go to the movie and you see all these depictions of Black energy, that's what we've been using to create. Which means it's time to create something. That's what the Black feminine is, or the Black vagina is. What does it do? Create. It births things. What is it birthing? Superhero. The superhero is you.
Yeah.
So this event is about you saving you. We're not saving you, baby. We're not giving you anything that is not already in you. The only difference is we're showing you how to do it. That's it. Y'all got it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it breaking up?
All right now. It was breaking up a little bit. I just wanted to real quick, I had a couple people ask me, or people email me and Gigi, because we have the self-realization of a goddess. What is it? Self-realization@gmail.com. What's the email? Self-realization. Whatever it is.
No, it's real. It's realization. Take the self off. It's realization of a goddess at gmail.com.
Realization of a goddess at gmail.com. You guys can email us there with questions. I'm going to put a link up, but we've gotten a couple of questions about making payments. People are saying they don't have the money to pay it all right now. That's the whole thing. You don't have to do it all at one time. There is like a payment schedule on there. This is for the people that wants to do the whole weekend. The first registration is $85. So that was going to hold your spot right there. Okay. And then you have 2 other payments. So you don't have to do it all at one time. And let me give a shout out to ATL, by the way, because y'all coming through. ATL is not playing. And I'm in my feelings about Philly because where y'all at? What are y'all doing?
Come on, Philly, y'all up first. What's going on? I need the Philly team to go ahead and step up, man, because y'all are first out the gate. ATL, stay ready. You know how we are, man. We always looking for an excuse and a reason to turn up. So I already knew out the gate that they was gonna, really act up about this, because they've been wanting you to come to ATL anyway, and they always know that I'm always trying to do something in ATL. So I'm really excited about that. But Philly, y'all up first. And we still got some vendor spots open, like she was saying. And you got, we doing this, the first tour stop is actually in April. So y'all got some time. Right. It's just about now knowing what you need and now being accountable to that. You know what I'm saying? And just make it do. But if you guys want to vend, hit us up on the email list as well. But definitely we have limited spaces when it comes down to the weekend. Understand that. So you can try to wait to the last minute and you're going to miss out this year. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to have to try to fly to one of the other cities and show up, which we ain't, if that's what you want to do, that's cool too. But take advantage of the fact that we're coming to you. You know what I'm saying? We took the legwork out of you having to really travel to see us. Now we're coming there so that we can do what we love. You know what I'm saying? Understand that we love this. Understand that I love this. This is something that I'm doing every single day because I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about sharing with y'all my process, because that's what Aries do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the babies do. When they dress up and learn how to do things, they come right to mom and daddy. Look at what I can do. Or go to the world. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? It's about showing up. So that's what this is about. We're showing up. So y'all show up too. And don't be in your feelings, Kamisha. They gonna show up, trust me. I know they gonna show up.
They better show up. It's my birthday weekends. Come on, y'all. Now, what y'all doing over there? It's my birthday weekend. And the thing about it is that, the house that we're staying in for the Philly event is actually in New Jersey. So if you can't make it to the Philly event, if you can't make it to the New York event, then maybe you could come to the Philly event, because the Philly event is actually going to be in New Jersey. Now, not deep in New Jersey. It's going to be in South Jersey. But, it's not that far. Philly and New York is not that far from each other, or Baltimore. So that's why I keep saying, you ain't really got no excuse. Because they all within the same facility. They all within 2-3 hours from each other. And is it worth a 2-3 hour drive? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Somebody asked about what part of New York. We still ain't made that decision yet. We do need to talk about that, Gigi.
Yeah.
We thought about Brooklyn, and we were saying that we might have a hard time finding a house,
communal space,
even finding in other cities. So we haven't really settled on that what part of New York yet.
But wherever it is in New York, y'all coming. The New Yorkers, you coming. It ain't like New York that big where y'all can't, reach us. But trust me, it's going to be centrally located to where we know that everybody can kind of get to us. You know what I'm saying? But we still got some time in New York. Right now, the main focus is Philly and Atlanta. Like she said, Atlanta is really we pretty much getting to our numbers on Atlanta. So you definitely don't need to wait if you plan on coming to Atlanta, because the space is moving very, very fast. But on Philly, you know what I'm saying? We still working that. We really were Philly, New Jersey. You know, so those of y'all in that area, man, we want to see y'all. Like, come and just spend some time with us and let us, you know what I'm saying, pour into you. Like, let us fire you up. That's what this whole Black Fire Nation is, us really using this fire that we have, and we're sharing it. You know what I'm saying? So just show up, and if you guys got any questions, definitely hit us up. But make sure that you guys are really using this energy to really stand in the shit that you've been telling, the stories you've been saying. It's time for you to walk in that proudly. Have courage. You know what I'm saying? What we're doing is displaying and showing to you guys what courage is, what it takes, and that means no fear. Sorry, me.
Quanya, okay, I see you. She's saying try Newark. It's not that far from New York City.
We got you.
We'll think about that.
Yes. Well, hey, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
I didn't say what I had to say. I ain't really got nothing else to say to him. I think we didn't say it enough.
Me too. So we're gonna try to do these maybe like every 2 weeks or something. You know, just come back, give you guys a reminder that hey, we're coming to your city and talk about whatever current events that's going on. You know, just to keep it going. And that's it.
All right.
All right.
We ain't got no more. Let's make sure. I'm gonna make sure I'm scroll through real quick before we pull off. Make sure there ain't no other questions. Well, you were scrolling through, so I'm pretty much probably saw. All right. Well, you guys, we thank you guys for really joining us tonight. You know what I'm saying, and coming in to get some word, get some preaching. You know what I'm saying, and we'll see you guys in next week. But definitely, well, week after next. But you got any questions? Hit us up. Bye, Kamisha.
Bye. Peace.